You know what's haunting about junkyards? They're full of endings. Every car there, it had a life, had an owner, had trips, had memories, had a final journey, and then it ended up here, waiting to be crushed, waiting to be compressed into a cube of metal, waiting to become nothing. And the interiors, those driver's seats, those steering wheels, those mirrors, they hold everything, every moment, every mile, every person who sat there, every destination reached and never reached. They remember, even when they shouldn't, even when they can't, especially when they're about to be destroyed. My name's Kevin, and I work at Patterson's Auto Salvage in Gary, Indiana. Biggest junkyard in the state, 40 acres of dead cars. My job is simple. Check the vehicles before they go to the crusher. Make sure they're empty. Make sure nothing valuable was left behind. Make sure no one's inside. That last part sounds crazy, right? Who would be inside a car waiting to be crushed? But you'd be surprised. Homeless people, kids playing, addicts looking for a place to crash. We find them sometimes, pull them out, save them, send them away. But last week I found something different. Something I couldn't pull out. Something that's still there. Something that might have always been there. And now I think I'm becoming part of it too. I've worked at Patterson's for 3 years. Same routine every day. Clock in at 7 a.m., grab my clipboard, walk the crusher queue. There's usually 20 to 30 cars lined up, waiting their turn. I check each one, open the doors, look in the trunk, check the glove box, under the seats, make sure they're clear. Then I mark them off. Green tag means good to crush. Red tag means hold for inspection. Yellow tag means parts to salvage. Simple system. Efficient. Safe. I checked thousands of cars. Found wallets, phones, jewelry, cash, drugs, weapons. Once found a wedding album. Once found cremated remains in an urn. People leave everything behind. Forget what's in their cars when they sell them for scrap. Or maybe they remember. Maybe they want those things crushed. Maybe they want those memories destroyed. Maybe that's the whole point. Last Monday started normal. 23 cars in the queue. Mostly older models. 90s, early 2000s. Accident damage, flood damage. Just old and done. I started with number 1. A Honda Civic, 1997, green, smashed front end. Airbags deployed. Accident car. I opened the driver's door. The smell hit me first. Not decay, not mold. Something else. Something like ozone. Like the air after lightning. Like electricity. The interior was intact. Seat still in place. Steering wheel bent from the crash. Dashboard cracked. But something felt wrong. The seat was warm. Not sun warm, body warm. Like someone had just been sitting there. But the car had been in the yard for weeks. Had been sitting in the cold. Should have been freezing inside. I touched the steering wheel. Also warm. And sticky. Not with grime. With something else. Something that felt like sweat. Fresh sweat. I checked the back seat. Empty. Trunk. Empty. Glove box. Registration. Insurance card. Both from 2019. Car had been sitting here for years. Waiting. I was about to mark it green when I noticed the rearview mirror. It was adjusted, pointed at an angle. Like someone had moved it recently. Like someone had been using it. I looked at it, looked at what it was reflecting, and I saw movement. In the mirror. Behind me. In the back seat. I spun around. Nothing. Empty back seat. No one there. I looked back at the mirror. Still showing movement. Still showing someone. A shape. A person. Sitting in the back. Looking forward. Looking at the back of the driver's seat. Looking at where I was standing. Looking at me through the mirror. I stepped away from the car. Looked in through the window. Back seat empty. Looked at the mirror from outside. Showed empty back seat. Normal reflection. Normal angle. I was seeing things. tired, needed coffee. I marked the car green, moved to the next one, number 2, Ford Taurus, 2003, blue, rear-ended, trunk crushed. Interior looked fine. I opened the door. Same smell. That ozone scent. Same warmth. Seat warm. Steering wheel sticky. And in the cup holder, a cup of coffee. Still steaming. Still hot. Still fresh. But this car had been here for months. I picked up the cup. It was real. Solid. Warm in my hands. Starbucks cup. Name written on the side. Kevin. My name. My name on a cup in a car that had been abandoned for months. I dropped it. The coffee spilled. Across the seat. Across the floor. Dark liquid spreading. But when I looked again, the seat was dry. The floor was clean. No coffee. No cup. No evidence. Like it had never been there. Like I'd imagined it. But I could still smell it. Still feel the warmth on my hands. Still see my name written in that barista's handwriting. Still know it had been real. I backed away. Something was wrong. Very wrong. I looked at the other cars in the queue. 21 left. All waiting. All lined up. And I watched, felt eyes. From inside them. From all of them. From every windshield, every window, every mirror. All focused on me, all waiting, all knowing. I called my supervisor. Hey Mike, I'm getting some weird vibes from today's queue. Think maybe we should hold these. Get them re-inspected. He laughed. Kevin, they're just cars, dead cars. Check them and tag them. Crusher's ready. We need to keep the line moving. He hung up. I stood there, staring at the line. At car number 3, a Chevy Malibu, 2001. White. Side impact damage. Driver's door caved in. I approached slowly, looked through the window before opening, and I saw me, sitting in the driver's seat, eyes closed, head tilted back, not moving, not breathing, just there. I jerked back, looked again, empty seat, no one there. My imagination, my fear, my mind playing tricks. I forced myself to open the door. Empty. No warmth this time, no smell, just a normal wrecked car. Normal interior. Normal everything. I breathed relief. Marked it green. Moved on, but number 4. Number 5. Number 6. All the same. All warm. All with that smell. All with impossible things. Number 4 had a child's toy in the back seat. A stuffed bear. And it was moving. Breathing. Its chest rising and falling. Like it was alive. Like it was sleeping. Number 5 had blood on the dashboard, fresh blood, dripping, running down to the vents. But when I looked closer, nothing. Clean dashboard, no blood, no stain. Number 6 had someone's hand, just a hand, resting on the passenger seat, severed, but real, solid. I could see the details, the lines, the nails, the wedding ring, and then it was gone, vanished, like everything else. Like none of it was real, but it was real. I know it was real. I could see it, touch it, smell it. It existed. For moments, for seconds. And then, didn't. By number 10, I was shaking. Terrified. Every car was showing me something. Impossible things. Wrong things. Remnants of their final journeys. Of their accidents. Of their deaths. Because these were all accident cars. All crashed. All damaged. All ending their existence with violence. With impact. With terror. And somehow those final moments were still there, still present, still replaying, in the interiors, in the seats, in the mirrors, in the metal and glass and fabric, recorded, preserved, waiting to be witnessed, waiting for someone to see, waiting for me. Number 12 was a minivan, Honda Odyssey, 2008, rolled, roof crushed, side windows shattered. I opened the side door, and I heard it. Screaming. Children screaming. A woman screaming. The sound of metal tearing, glass breaking, impact. And I saw them. In the seats. A family. Mom. Dad. 3 kids. All strapped in. All facing forward. all frozen in that moment, that final moment before, their mouths open, their eyes wide, their hands reaching, bracing. And then, silence. Empty seats, empty van. Just the smell of ozone and the warmth and the knowledge that they'd been there, that they were still there. In some way, in some layer of reality that overlapped with this one. In some recording that the car itself had made. In some memory that metal could hold, I ran. Back to the office, to Mike. We can't crush these cars, there's something wrong with them. There's people in them. Echoes, memories, something. We need to stop. We need to... Mike looked at me like I was insane. Kevin, you feeling okay? You need a break? Need to go home? I shook my head. Tried to explain. Tried to make him understand. But how could I? How could I explain what I'd seen? What I'd experienced? Things that disappeared when examined. Things that existed in moments. Things that shouldn't be possible. He sent me home. Told me to take the day. Rest. Come back tomorrow if I felt better. I left. Drove home. Tried to sleep. But I couldn't. I kept seeing them. The family. The hand. The bear. My coffee cup. My name. All of it. All impossible. All real. I came back the next day. The queue was empty. All 23 cars crushed, compressed, destroyed, turned into cubes, stacked in the yard, waiting for the recycler. And I felt relief and loss. Those moments, those final moments those cars held, they were gone now. Erased, destroyed. No more echoes, no more memories, no more witnesses. Just metal, just scrap, just material. That should have been the end. That should have made it better. But it didn't. Because there was a new queue. 25 cars. Waiting. And I knew. I knew they'd be the same. Knew they'd show me things. Knew they'd have those impossible moments. Those preserved terrors. Those recorded deaths. I checked them. One by one. And they did. Every single one. Showing me crashes. Showing me impacts. Showing me final moments. Car 15 had a couple. Mid-argument. Screaming at each other. Not seeing the truck. Not seeing the impact. Just anger and then nothing. Car 20 had a teenager. Texting. Smiling at his phone. Not seeing the curve. Not seeing the tree. Just that smile and then darkness. Every car a tragedy. Every interior a tomb. Every moment preserved. And I was the witness. The observer. The one who saw. The one who knew. The one who marked them green and sent them to be crushed. To be erased. To be forgotten. But then, car number 25. The last one. I opened the door. And it was my car. My exact car. Same make. Same model. Same year. Same color. Same everything. Down to the air freshener. The coffee stain on the console. The crack in the windshield. My car. But my car was in the parking lot. I'd driven it here. It was right over there. I could see it. But this was also my car. Identical. Perfect copy. Or not a copy. The same car. Existing in 2 places. 2 states. 2 times. I sat in the driver's seat. It was warm. The steering wheel sticky. The mirror adjusted to my height. My position. My angle. And in the mirror, I saw movement. Behind me, in the back seat. I looked. No one there. Looked back at the mirror. Someone there. Me. Another me. Sitting in the back. Looking forward. Looking at myself. Looking at the me in the driver's seat. And I was screaming. Silently. Mouth open. Eyes wide. Reaching forward. Trying to warn. Trying to prevent. Trying to stop something. Something that was about to happen. Something that had already happened. Something that was happening now. I tried to get out. The door wouldn't open. Locked. From the outside. Jammed. Stuck. I was trapped. In my car. In the queue. In the crusher line. And I heard it. The machine. Starting up. The hydraulic press. The compactor. Moving. Coming. Getting closer. Car 25 was next. My car was next. I was next. I screamed. Pounded on the windows. On the door. No one came. No one heard. Just me and the approaching machine and the knowledge that this had happened before. That this was always happening. That every car I'd checked, I'd been checking myself. My own final moment. My own accident. My own death. Preserved. Recorded. Waiting. And now it was time. Time to be crushed. Time to be compressed. Time to be reduced to a cube. Time to join the others. Time to become scrap. Time to end. Time to... The press descended. The walls closed in. The metal screamed. And I screamed. And everything compressed. Squeezed. Crushed. Smaller and smaller and smaller until... I opened my eyes. I was standing in the yard, clipboard in hand, looking at the queue, 23 cars, waiting. Monday morning, 7 a.m. Time to check them, time to mark them, time to send them to the crusher. I approached number 1, Honda Civic, 1997, green, smashed front end, opened the door. The smell hit me. Ozone. The seat was warm, and I knew I'd done this before. I knew I would do it again. I knew I was trapped. In the loop, in the cycle, in the queue, checking cars, finding myself, getting crushed, starting over, forever, forever checking, forever witnessing, forever experiencing my own death, my own crushing, my own compression, in every car, in every interior, in every final moment, because I am the accident, I am the crash, I am the ending. And Patterson's auto salvage, and it doesn't crush cars. It crushes time. It crushes moments. It crushes people. And I've been here, in this queue, in these cars, waiting to be compressed, waiting to be destroyed, waiting to start over. Since, I don't know when. Since the accident. Since my accident. Since the crash that brought me here. That made me part of this place. That turned me into another echo. Another memory. Another impossible thing in a car waiting to be crushed. If you're drawn to more terrifying stories from people who've discovered that some places trap you in loops of your own ending, make sure to subscribe to Campfire Nightmares. And I need to know, have you ever seen your own car somewhere it shouldn't be? Or felt like you've lived the same day multiple times? Or worked a job where you kept experiencing the same events over and over? Share what's happening to you in the comments. Because I think Patterson's isn't the only place that crushes more than metal. I think there are other junkyards, other crushers, other queues where people check cars and find themselves, where workers become part of the inventory, where the crushing never ends, where every day is the same day, where every car is the same car, where every death is the same death. And if you work at a junkyard, if you check cars before they're crushed, look carefully. At the interiors, at the mirrors, at the seats. You might see someone familiar, someone who looks like you, someone who is you, someone who's been there before, someone who's been there forever, someone who's waiting, in every car, in every moment, in every crushing, forever.